Hey guys, welcome back to Real Housewives Recaps. Today we're taking a look at the fashion icon herself. You guys, I found an old article from Glamour that featured one Miss Meghan Markle, and we will be taking a look at how her answers continue to contradict themselves. Also, what got my attention on this article is the picture because yeah, you're just going to have to see it. You won't believe it's her. This is before she discovered bronzer and spray tan, apparently. But I can't wait to dive into this with you. Thank you so much for being here. Honk honk, everybody. So I happened upon this little beauty right here. This came out in 2017. Just a reminder, she and Dum Dum got married 2018. And it says, Meghan Markle chats to Glamour about VB, Victoria Beckham dresses, her personal style, okay, and her fashion cringe moments. Oh boy, they're still to come, don't worry. But with this article came this picture. Just get ready for this. I'm sorry, what's that now? Who is this? I don't know either. You guys, when this picture popped up, I literally was like, who is this? Why? What am I looking at? I actually think she looks like Vanessa Hudgens a little bit here. But, yeah, there she is before she discovered her spray tan and bronzer. Her weapon of choice. You guys, I cannot with this. Look, even the freckles are gone. Oh my gosh, I'm surprised she didn't throw a fit about that. And here it is up close. Did they airbrush out the mole too? I can't really tell in this picture. I'm just looking closely. She just looks so drastically different, but dare I say, not as messy as she'd go on to be when she joined with the royal family, which I think about a lot. She truly had a Princess Diaries moment in reverse, where she looked better when she was on Suits, but then all of a sudden, I don't know, she joined the family and she's like, fuck it, I don't need to try anymore. Bring on the messy hair, bring on the mismatched outfits, let's go, let's do this. The other thing that hit me is, do you feel like she was on her way out to take photographs and some, like, I don't know, crew member or something kind of got in her way and this is the look she's giving him? And this wasn't supposed to be the actual photographs for the article. So as you can imagine, and do imagine, this is just a giant puff piece. So we're not going to read through that, but we are going to hit some of the highlights because, well, lowlights, because there are some. And P.S., haven't seen this photo before either. I mean, she loves a white shirt, right? And standing like this? I don't know. I don't get it. Whew, this is before the shirt dress got all messy. Still pretty messy. But what is the stance? What does this scream? Again, I have to go to the bathroom? I don't understand. All right, so they have to lead off with, tell us about Suits, characters welcome. So she goes into, woe is me, I did so many pilots. Okay. Oh boy. Then the interviewer asks her, you must have lots of fashion brands courting you now and sending you all sorts of stuff. This is funny because if you know, you know. Allegedly, when she was part of the royal family, she was busted asking for all sorts of free stuff. Having her people ask and having the palace have to tell her that's not done. Oh boy, you ready for this nonsense? Okay, here we go. I think it's really changed because my sensibility. What question is she answering? They ask her, do you have people sending you free shit? All right, this is what she answers that question with. I think it's really changed. What has? Because my sensibility had always been relaxed California girl style. Oh God. Ripped jeans, barefoot. Got it. And on any given day, I was in jeans. Oh God, I didn't read ahead. And cutoffs and flip-flops. See how down to earth she is, you guys. But the weather alone in Toronto changes your wardrobe! Exclamation point. The fashion on Suits is gorgeous. So it's also become my education of designers and really knowing what fits my body well. Again, this came out in 2017. Don't worry, the worst is yet to come. You guys, come on. She knows her body and what fits her. She knows. She would never leave the house in anything that doesn't fit her correctly. That's just not something she would ever do, right? Oh, goodness. Don't worry. She says more crazy things. Here we go. Now what I'm starting to learn is, look at me. I just slipped into that voice. Even though things look amazing on the hanger, it doesn't mean they're gonna look amazing on me. Wow. So it's like she knows the right words to say, but does not practice them. Again, it's just a page out of Harold and Fraud's usual playbook. They say these things, but then do not put these things into practice. Is anybody else dying to know what she turned down? Like what outfit she would have said, no, that doesn't look great on me. I don't think they exist because you can't really get worse, can you? For example, I love Victoria Beckham dresses, but I don't have the long torso to support that silhouette. Since when does she have any awareness of her torso? Her idea of dressing for her torso is belting under her boobs. I don't understand what she's talking about. I wear a lot of Burberry on this show, and I wear a lot of, I've never heard of this one, is it Prable? I don't know. Because Rachel's whole aesthetic is someone who comes from money and has a real classic design sensibility. It's really modern because she's still young. So I'm sorry, is she kissing her own ass now? Is that what we're doing? Kissing her own ass because she plays that character? I'm so young. Okay. All right, ready to pile on more nonsense? Yeah, me too. There's also a lot of Tom Ford because, as all paralegals do, she wears Tom Ford's skirt to the office. It's so funny because girls come up to me on the street, I'm sure, and they feel like they know you, and they'll say, oh, what was that skirt you were wearing last week? And I'll be like, well, A, I was wearing it 7 months ago, so you're being a bitch to the fans is what you're saying, and B, it was a Tom Ford skirt. So you want to know, but you don't really want to know that it was a $5,000 skirt. You guys, she's so down to earth. See, she would just never wear a $5,000 skirt. You guys, I just caught the eye of that 100,000-pound monstrosity she's wearing in the middle there. Yeah, she's very frugal with money. She would never wear a $5,000 skirt. That would just not be something that she does. Oh, but don't worry, the madness continues. And I don't get to keep it. That's not what I hear. Allegedly, things walked off set with you. I don't know if it was that set, but I've heard of things walking off other sets, so that's interesting. But it's been really cool to see what works for my body and what doesn't. Again, this interview was given in 2017. She married Harry in 2018. Just do that. That math ain't mathin', right? So she's saying that she learned so much before she joined the royal family and wore the worst outfits I've ever seen. Oh, but don't worry, the madness continues. Here we go. Do you have a say in the direction of the clothes? A lot of my personal style is reflected. Okay, again, she dressed so much better in suits than she ever had before or ever has since. So that was the point where she still had to listen to people. Once she got to not listen to people, we saw that madness ensued. So it says, I like monochromatic and tonal dressing, and I don't generally wear prints, and neither does Rachel now. Rachel wears a lot of separates. She's really the only character on the show who you'll see mix and match wardrobe basics like a normal person would, whereas everybody else wears a different piece every single time. I've had some of the same pieces in my wardrobe for the last 5 seasons. Okay. So she says she doesn't generally wear a lot of prints. So while I'm reminding you of all this, just take a look at the pictures on the screen and see some of her, what's the opposite of greatest hits? Worst misses in prints, because boy, does she have some doozies. I hate those cow shoes. Yeah, she does seem to wear prints. So once again, words, actions not matching up. Again, why am I surprised by this? I'm not. What's your go-to style of dress? On a normal day, I love a shift dress. Oh goodness, you know what came to mind with that? With flats and a little crop jacket. That for me is one of my travel wear if it's not too chilly. You can throw a scarf over your leg if it's cold on the plane. Okay, again, around this same time, let me show you where she was photographed in her travel wear. White shirt, check. Stupid fedora, check. Not a shift dress in sight. Oh, but it continues. You ready? Oh, goodness. All right. As I've gotten older, I like longer dresses, but my legs come up to my ears, and I'm not very tall. So when I wear a short skirt, I've got to be really conscious. Do you now? Do ya? I love the opportunity to get properly dressed up. I've worn 3 Lanvin dresses, and they've all been a dream. They're so well made with the most beautiful craftsmanship. I don't tend to go with things that are ornate, just beautifully made pieces. Just keep that in your head. And some classic jewelry. You know, let the work speak for itself. I love that. Yeah, guys, let the work speak for itself. She loves a beautifully made piece, you know, perfectly put together and well done. Yeah, that's definitely what she's known for. Then the interviewer asks, have you any fashion cringe moments? Oh, don't worry, that's going to come. Promise I haven't read ahead in this part. I'm just guessing here. She's going to say yes to appear relatable, but truly, I don't think she could wrap her head around that she could put a foot wrong. I think she thinks everything she does is wonderful, so she couldn't possibly have a fashion cringe moment, or 2,000 of them. All right, you ready for this insane answer? Here we go. I was going to this event where there was this DVF lace dress with a zipper up the back, and it was so fitted and had T-length sleeves, and even buying a DVF dress was a big deal. I bought one in navy and black. What? Okay. Is she saying she bought one in navy and one in black? Like, it's a big deal, so I bought 2. It was too tight, too short, and my hair was too polished. Don't worry, you will soon ditch that and only wear messy things and messy hair. And everything about it was trying too hard. Don't worry, you'll let go of that too. You won't try at all, coming up soon. Oh my goodness. I think as you get older, you feel more confident and you don't need to put that much effort in. Okay, she took her own advice very literally and gave 0 effort. To be able to throw your hair up in a very French way doing things. Is that the look she was going for? Was she trying to be French? Is that just another way of giving England a middle finger? I'm just curious. I didn't even think about that. I just thought it was like, I can't be bothered. But yeah, bonjour, Mademoiselle Messy. If your outfit is on point, one thing has to be off for you to look perfect. What? Well, luckily for you, nobody's accusing you of being perfect, and there were many things that were off about your outfits, just saying. P.S. The article included this photograph right here. Let that sink in. The article was done in 2017. This was, 2020, when they went and had their meeting at Canada, the whatever it's called, the embassy, whatever, the Canadian embassy there in London. And yeah, they're showing her pit stains right here at the bottom of the article. So she must have pissed them off too. Like, they had to go in and add this thing. It made me laugh so hard. I was like, oh my God, somebody really hates her. The only other thing that was included were more WTF pictures like this one. Still less messy than when she was part of the royal family, so I'll give her that. But I don't understand who this is or who this is supposed to be. Anyway, guys, that was fun. Oh, God. I love that both of them, both Harry and Meghan, say these things and then just show us over and over that they can't be bothered to remember their lies, so they just do the complete opposite. She never wore prints. Look at the print on the screen. Anyway, guys, thank you so much as always for being here. I really appreciate it. I hope you enjoyed this as much as I did. I can't wait to bring you more things like this. Definitely check out the merch. We got Make It Make Sense. Again, that could apply very much to this. We got Drunk Goose Club, Honk Honk, and so much more. So check that out. We also have Patreon, patreon.com/Real Housewives Recaps. That's where you can become an executive producer. And now I'm going to thank my executive producers for being here. A huge thank you to Linda. Thank you, Melissa. Thank you to Paige. Huge thank you to Teresa. Thank you, Mary. Thank you, Amy. Thank you, Kay. Thank you, Shauna. Thank you, Brenda. Thank you, Aaron and Frank. Thank you, Kristen. Thank you, Ann M. Thank you, Amanda. Thank you, Ann H. Thank you, Karen. Thank you, Glynis. Thank you, Karen. Thank you, Patty. Thank you, Adair Becker. Thank you to Erica. Thank you, Amber. Thank you, Annette. Thank you, Barb G. Thank you to Diana. Thank you, Allison B. Thank you, Jean. Thank you, Lori. Thank you to Pauline. Thank you to KT. Thank you, Jolene. Thank you, Stromboli. Thank you, Catherine. Thank you, Loie. Thank you, Lucy H. Thank you to Georgia. Thank you, Susie. Thank you, Nikki. Thank you, Robin's Landing. Thank you to Helen. Thank you to Mara. Thank you, Ashley C. Thank you to Molly. Thank you, Amber. Thank you, Ashley. Thank you, Amanda. Thank you, Michelle. Thank you, Sand Squid. Thank you to Rach. Thank you, Linda. Thank you, Leslie. Thank you, Dee Dee. Thank you, Nina. Thank you, Heather. Thank you, Tracy. Thank you, Penny. Thank you, Domby. Thank you, Android P. Thank you to Sheena. Thank you, Aaron M. Thank you, Faye. Thank you, Judith. Thank you, Spectrum Mom. Thank you, Vanessa B. Thank you, Christy. Thank you, Michelle. Thank you, Mimi Heathcote. Thank you, Misty. Thank you, Candy. Thank you, Anita. Thank you, Leslie. Thank you to Bree. Thank you, Sandra. Thank you, Stephanie. Thank you to Elvis Rose here on YouTube. Thank you to Lori. Thank you, Tim B. Thank you, Jean. Thank you, Jennifer. Thank you, Stephanie. Thank you, Aaron. Thank you, Kathy. Thank you, Elisa. Thank you, Kathy with a C. Thank you, Allison. Thank you, Christina. Thank you, Nancy. Thank you, Marianne. Thank you to Patricia. Thank you, Lindsay. Thank you, Ridley. Thank you, Lisa. Thank you, Jill. Thank you, Tracy. Thank you, John. Thank you, Donna D. Thank you, Diana. Thank you, Chewy. Thank you, Christina. Thank you, 509 Cougs. Thank you, Julie. Thank you, BJ. Thank you, Big Bad John. Thank you, Amy. Thank you, Duck Barf. Your name is always funny to me. Thank you, Susie. Thank you, Vicky loves her corgi. Thank you, Charisse. Thank you, Kate. Thank you, Genesee. Thank you, Essie. Thank you, Lady Grandmother. Thank you, Christy. Thank you, Funky Buddha. And thank you, Trish. Thank you, Nancy. Thank you, Kay Coffee. Thank you, Anne. Thank you, Sheila. Thank you, Laura. Thank you, Kay. Can you guys believe I ran out of namespace on the other one, so I had to start a new list here. It's just unbelievable. Thank you to everybody who has signed up to be an executive producer. If you're interested, definitely check out patreon.com/Real Housewives Recaps. Thank you guys for everything. Have a great day. Bye-bye.